Get Motivated segment with the moral of the story. We're going to jump right to it. Listen to your intuition and your dog. We proclaimed Killian our hero last week, along with much of the nation, after learning the beautiful Black Lab Shepherd mix saved his family's baby from an abusive sitter. And guess what? Killian is joining us live from South Carolina, along with his owners, Ben and Hope, and baby Finn. They are all here to share their story. Welcome, you guys.
Hey, good afternoon, good morning.
Let me jump in and say, we are all so happy that everyone is healthy and happy and that you can now spread your message and safe as well. And we want to help any parents out there pay attention to signs of problems. So right at the beginning here, you guys initially did a background check on the babysitter, Alexis Kahn, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So what happened from there? I mean, you do these background checks and you think everything's okay, and then it's not.
Well, we actually went through a process of interviews with other babysitters as well. We had a sit-down interview before we even let her know where we lived or before she even met Finn. So we felt we had done everything right. And she babysat a few times a week for about 5 months before we really started to notice anything.
And you say what tipped you guys off was your dog, Killian's behavior. Tell us about Killian. What was the change in the behavior that kind of spiked your interest?
Killian is a very laid-back dog. He'll bark when someone comes to the door, but you know, once they come in and he knows that that person is okay, he's fine. You know, he's shy, he stays away. But after a while, Killian actually started to, after the barking, he would actually be aggressive towards her. The hair on his neck would raise, and towards the end, I actually had to stop him from going forward, and he's never done that before.
Wow.
I think that was the dog barking, wasn't that Killian? Did we just hear Killian bark?
I don't know.
But nonetheless, what's really interesting here is that your dog instantly became protective of the baby and was thus able to alert you. It's interesting how dogs have such an amazing connection.
Right. He definitely was protecting the youngest one of the pack.
Can we talk about then, we're calling it here the eye sting operation, but what did you do once you noticed the change in behavior? How did you catch her?
Well, initially we weren't sure what was going on that caused him to, we knew something was wrong to make him react that way, but we didn't know what it was. So we hid an iPhone and set it to record a voice memo underneath our couch while we were both away at work. So while we were at work, the phone set recording, and we set his baby monitor beside the couch, so that whenever she stepped into a different room with him, the voice memo would still record what was going on through the baby monitor.
That is brilliant. I can't believe that
I know, who would even think of that?
thought of that.
And we need to mention, too, that since then, Alexis Kahn has pleaded guilty to assault and battery, and that the baby is fine, okay. And you have Killian with you, right? Can we get a little look at him?
Yeah, he stepped over. He doesn't like that.
Too much attention, I guess, right? So I got to ask you, at the end of the day, what is your message to the parents out there?
Listen to your intuition and your pet. Even if you think everything's going to be okay, if you can, get a webcam, get a nanny cam, just in case. You never know.
And as for Killian, we hear he has a new career. He's working on service dog.
Yeah.
He is. We are training him to be my psychiatric service dog.
That is awesome. He is certainly our superhero. Thank you to all of you guys for joining us and for spreading that message, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you for helping us share the message.
All right, bye, guys.